Hi guys, Jared here with Day Trader at FX. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Father's Day weekend and had a good break. And hopefully everyone had some nice pips in the market last night. I posted some good notes on the Euro dollar and Euro yen trades, and we made some nice profits on those. We'll talk about them in just a moment. But let's dig right into how everything's behaved today. You can see that we're just about a half hour to the close. Looks like we're going to have another negative day on the Dow, probably close around 30, 40 points in the negative. Oil's down a little bit, and gold has been basically totally flat. So it's just been kind of an interesting day. We've got some of this coming about, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. As far as news goes this week, let's just kind of have a little look at news. We have quite a bit of it. You can see it's a pretty full calendar. But what is really going to be the big mover? Tuesday there's a little bit of news, the CPI for the UK and German zoo, and that's all kind of, semi-market moving type stuff. But this is what's really going to cause some serious waves. Number one, the meeting minutes out of the UK. They've got some quantitative easing they're talking about. This is on Wednesday. This will be Wednesday night. So there's probably going to be a lot of movement on the pound dollar as a result of this. And then likewise, the next day in the morning, we have the FOMC statement, economic projections, and the press conference. And these are all going to be the big movers. And this is where that operation twist is expected to get extended, more quantitative easing, an official QE3 potentially, which could send the dollar tumbling down if we get more news on that. Markets are almost pricing that in. Everywhere I look, everybody is screaming QE3 is coming. If it doesn't, we could see huge reactions from it, and I'd be pretty surprised to see it not happen, with especially how the stock market's been behaving the last several weeks. Not been good. So, anyways, that's kind of what we're looking at there. However, the dollar index is holding nicely above the 82 mark. We know that that's a strong support right there, and it dipped down just momentarily, but it's hanging in there pretty well. Here we have a couple of pairs setting up pretty nicely. The euro dollar, so we had a sell on the euro dollar at the break of 126.65. This was posted for the UK notes for members only in the website and last night, and you can see that we did very, very well on that move. As soon as we broke 126.65, this thing was headed right back down into some of the goods. This was just one of those key textbook setups. Many of you will know about that if you've been in the group, what exactly this setup was, besides just a typical break of a support or resistance, but there's something more important that's on this level right here. Um, and so that was very textbook. That worked out very nicely. We had another little move right below this little support right here. We're looking to see if we could hold on to that, and it didn't. It actually ended up making a break, and this is where the euro gets question marky, I guess you could say. 4-hour chart. Look at this 4-hour chart. It's been running up this channel pretty nicely. A couple of weeks now, about 2 solid weeks into this channel of just kind of bumping up, hitting the highs nicely, lows, and then just about into those highs once again, and we're right back down at the lows. So the question is going to be, is this low going to hold? Are we holding on the bottom of this channel? Is it going to make its way up, or are we going to get a break? And that's where we've got these two important levels to keep an eye on. I'm interested in buying this euro dollar above 125.90. We're sitting at about 125.72. So if we break 125.90, I think we're going to be in business to start heading up into that 126, into those 126s, 126.30, 126.50, kind of into that general area above 125.90. So that's what we've really got to look for, is to make sure that we can get above 125.90. Otherwise, I'm kind of liking this little area here, and this is just where the market has kind of stopped a couple times. This is about 125.60. If we get back below this, that's really going to confirm a break of this ascending trend line, and it's going to break that little support right there that is barely holding the market at bay. So below this 125.60, I think we've got, again, we're in summer market, so I think we've got about a 25 to 35 pip run below this. It looks like there's lots of daylight, and there definitely is lots of daylight to get back into those lows. But remember, summer markets are pretty choppy, and we're just looking for some kind of quick short-term run. So I'm going to look for about 25 to 30 pips down if we break this 125.60. So that's what I'll be looking for on the euro dollar. Like I said, the pound's got some pretty important news coming out. Not too interested in getting into anything here just yet. You can see that we've got a pretty important support right here. It's kind of been holding the short-term markets, and that's at about 156.35-ish area. Break below that might give us, again, a 25 to maybe 40 pip run. Otherwise, I'm just watching this short-term ascending trend line. But honestly, probably not going to trade anything on the pound dollar until we'll see how the UK notes are looking and how things are looking. The euro yen, you can see the euro yen has topped out very, very nicely along this area, and this is about the 100.70. And this was actually one of our trades last night as well, is selling at the break of this 100.30, and you can see that went very nicely. Looking for a 1-hour candle to open above this, and we never got it. We never got it. Open right below it, but we never got a full open above, and so we never had a buy signal, but we had a very nice sell signal. And now the question is going to be, are these supports going to be able to hold? Is this little short-term double bottom going to be able to hold? And the levels that I'm going to be looking for on this is, first of all, you can kind of see this channel is really hanging in here fairly nicely. Excuse me. And so it's kind of at the bottom of this little channel right here, and so that's where I'm going to be looking for a break of this 99. It's approximately 9,900. I think if we get below 9,900, then we're going to have a nice little run into this next kind of leg of support, which is around 98.60, 70 area. So we've got 30 to 40 pips to get down into that. We've got to get a break of 9,900 first. I don't want to really get around. I don't want to get too involved in this if it's going to continue to chop around. So I'm going to be looking for that sell opportunity right there. Otherwise, on the buy side, I'm going to be looking for the market to get back above our moving average, back above the 13-day moving average here on the 4-hour chart. See if we can get another run at some of those highs. But I'm kind of leaning towards the sell opportunity at this point at the break of 9,900. Pound yen looking kind of ugly. We had some nice trades on that one last week, but it got really choppy. Aussie dollar, remember, we had a really nice trade on this Aussie dollar. I talked about it about 50 times in the daily videos and then every day in the group about the Aussie dollar breaking parity and heading into the 38% fib, which was 1.0060, and we hit that very nicely. And now it looks like we might be headed into that 50% fib. We hit the 38. Now the 50 looks like it's easily in target here, which is about about 10200, give or take, a little tiny bit above that, and that gives us a nice little almost 100 pip run from current market price. So I think we're going to get some of that, and I'll have some more detailed entries on that one coming up for the with the UK notes for the members. So we're going to keep our eye on that. And then last but not least, gold is just chopping around still. If we get a break of about 1605 to 1600, we're probably going to see gold tumble right back down to 1585 and really start pushing some of these other pairs quite a bit lower. However, if gold continues to break and can get above and hold above about 1630, then I think we're going to see a pretty big rally in gold, and that's where we might see euro dollar pairs and some of these other guys start running up to some of those upper levels I've just mentioned. So we got some good things happening, lots of good setups, lots of good things in the works. I hope you guys are able to watch the video and get some nice pips out of this, and we'll have some UK notes coming tonight for the members, and we'll see you guys for the live session later on today and tomorrow, Asian session and US trading session. So we'll see you guys for that. Best of luck, happy trading, and we'll see you soon.